What's your and your business's level of consciousness? Let's talk about how to use it to supersize and grow your business. Sharon, Horne-Ellstrom here. Today we're taking a different look at consciousness in our business and in our life. In our life for the Be a Better You Annual Challenge, but for our business specifically here. So how do we look at what are the 5 levels of consciousness? What do they look like? What kind of patterns in thought do we see in our organizations? Because we can find these things in our business as well as we do in our individual and personal life. Now, keep in mind that we go from one up and down. Think of it as rungs on a ladder, 5 different rungs on a ladder from survival to transpersonal. So survival is the first one. I'm going to share a couple of characteristics of each of these so that you can easily and quickly identify where you're at. Once we identify where we're at, I'm going to give you a quick strategy for moving up a level by creating micro habits. And then I'll probably share one person's story. Maybe not in that order, but I'll do all those 3 things. Number 1, what are the different core focuses, typical thoughts and emotions, and mental health patterns that we see in each of these different areas? Survival is, of course, immediate safety. It's fight or flight. Typical thoughts are, I must protect ourselves. We must protect our business. We must protect our company. Anxiety, panic, rumination. We tend to be mental health pattern, hypervigilant, right? Chronic stress, trouble sleeping, etc. The next level is, of course, conformity, where it's automatic. Survival mode is very reactive. We react, our thoughts are reactive, our emotions are reactive, our actions are reactive, and not a great place to be in as we're growing and building and supersizing our business, but we might spend a little bit of time there every day. The second level is conformity, and this one's automatic. It's meeting social roles and expectations. It's doing what we think we should do. And the typical thoughts and emotions there are, I should fit in. Our business should fit in our industry with the other industries. We tend to feel worry, comparison, and frustration when we're in this mode. Mental health pattern is imposter feelings, low self-esteem, and burnout. Are we seeing signs of that in our organization? If so, this is a level that we're at, and we want to bump it up a notch. Third level is self-awareness, which is reflective. We're paying attention and understanding the inner workings of ourselves as well as our business interactions, our culture. And we're typically thinking, why do I feel this way? Why do we feel this way in our organization? We get curious and honest with ourselves in terms of what's going on. Maybe we're missing some core systems and functionality. Maybe we've never even looked at this before or thought about our core values or thought about the mental temperature of our business before. This level tends to have therapy, consultants, journaling to gain traction. Emotional regulation improves, and we get better as a company and an organization and a culture because we're more in control because we're choosing to be in control. Step 4 is all about growth and flow. This one is integrative, and this is the one where I strive to be most of the time. It's continuous learning and purpose. How can I serve and grow? And it's sprinkled with optimism and engagement. We have higher resilience, peak experiences, and fewer mood swings in our organization, less drama and more action in the growth and flow stage. And then 5, transpersonal is unity. It's all about, which we talked about a lot last month, our impact and our interaction with the outside world, connected to something larger than ourselves, like nature, humanity, spirit, source, oneness, whatever you call it, God. We're all interconnected is the typical thought there, and gratitude, compassion, and calm and joy are present in our business culture. It's mental health patterns we see are stable well-being. People are happy and joyful and calm when they're at work. They're getting things done, being productive in a way that feels good to most people in the organization, if not everybody in the organization. It's got a pro-social focus, and we have reduced fear of uncertainty. People aren't worried that they're going to lose their job tomorrow in a culture that is transpersonal. Everybody's working together for common goals and achieving them, and that helps us supersize for our business. So I'm going to share Kevin's story. He's stuck in conformity, and then he finds growth. Context, he's a high-performing junior consultant. Kevin is excellent at pleasing bosses, which is level 2, right? Conformity. meeting social roles and expectations. But he felt chronically drained and questioned his identity outside of work and his business. So he made a shift. He took a sabbatical and went to a boot camp that exposed him to flow states, hours flying by while creating in his business and building apps and things. He cultivated daily deep work blocks and learned to set boundaries. And so he went from being a people pleaser. The outcome was stabilizing at level 4. He experiences higher motivation, better sleep, and less social comparison. He mentors interns, amplifying his sense of purpose. And that flow state, the growth and flow state, like I said, I try to spend, for me personally and my businesses, as much in that state as we can. And then when there's extra energy and time, we work on transpersonal, being influential to, I forgot, I was going to share more things, in the world. So how do we do this? How can we apply this today? How can we, first and foremost, identify which level your organization is currently in? And not all the time, because we will be in all of these different levels at different times. Like I said, sometimes all in the same day. So we want to look at this and say, are we mostly in survival mode? Are we mostly in conformity? Are we mostly in awareness? Are we mostly in growth and flow? Or are we spending most of our time in transparency? Now, if you're in transparency, transpersonal, I wrote down transparency by mistake, transpersonal, then we're already at the top of the emotional and mental position that we want to be in. So we don't have to do something. But if we find ourselves in any of the others, here's a quick thing that we can do. If we're in survival, do a 60-second breathing exercise. And we can do these things with our teams, right? If we're having a team meeting and we're freaking out about stuff, take a pause, time out, and say, hey, we're going to just breathe for 60 seconds and lead people through a breathing exercise. If you're in conformity mode, do a 5-minute self-check as an organization. What do we want? What are we trying to achieve here? And just brainstorm it out for 5 minutes and everybody talk it out. If you're in self-awareness, practice daily gratitude. Have a daily gratitude list. Look for strength spotting. Look for things every day that your organization is awesome at. And finally, growth. Set a structured learning goal. Set a contribution goal. Set or a personal goal, or you have each person in the group set one, or make sure that people in your organization are setting personal development goals and how they're going to impact the rest of the world. What's their purpose, etc. Have workshops on those things. It's not hard to lead people through a process that improves their lives, but improves the culture and the environment of your organization as well, which helps us to grow and build and supersize, because healthy environments attract healthy customers. Healthy customers keep our businesses healthy and growing. All right, any questions about this? Hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have a happy 4th of July, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.